What's going on, everybody? Nadem here. I just had an amazing cold shower, just ate breakfast, and I'm coming to you guys with a video, a comment response that I got on my channel. He wanted some help, some advice on how low sub bass should go in your track. In particular, if you're making 808s or the 808s go up and down an octave. And in regards to theory, like what's the lowest note you should go to? Are you locked to a specific note? So I want to answer some of those questions and just show you guys my overview, what I think about how low you should go, and some tips you can implement to improve your sub bass and improve the bass in your tracks. So what we have here, this is a project I was going to make a podcast with, not really a podcast, but a live mix, a DJ mix. And I decided to open this up because it shows the different keys. I labeled these manually. So for instance, Ali Nadem King K Rool, it's D sharp minor. The root note is D sharp. And we'll talk about how low you should go and possible problems. With this, I think the bass travels up. It might start at D sharp and then go E or F. And you just have to go with what sounds good to you musically. I just go by ear. Guys, I don't have an extreme vast amount of knowledge in musical theory. I haven't read a lot of musical theory, and I'm just coming from a background of playing instruments in high school and just learning like the basic stuff. A lot of the stuff that I learned in FL Studio is all just self-taught. And let's just jump right into this. So King K Rool again, D sharp. So the lowest note for King K Rool is going to be this one here. So this is a massive patch, and I have here Voxengo span to show you, how low or when is it too low. So when is it too low? Let's see. You can see that most EDM producers won't go below D or D sharp. If you go below D and you're doing like C sharp or C, I wouldn't go any lower than C, because when you go lower, the sub bass is not audible. It's kind of like flimsy. It's a bit wobbly. Keep in mind that low frequencies are the ones that travel more distant. It's like a longer wavelength. And so when you go below C, you're going to enter the realm of, let's hear it. Let me show you. So make sure you guys are wearing headphones or earbuds to hear this. It's going to be hard to hear this on a mobile phone. So I wouldn't recommend going below D. If you're going to go absolute lowest, stick with C. But most EDM tracks, big room tracks, guys like F Tampa, Tiesto, Hardwell, if you guys are making tracks to emulate and to resemble them or reference them, just hop on a site like Beatport. Beatport.com will show you the harmonic keys. You can check the different keys and see what keys their tracks are in. And then you can get an idea, because most tracks these days are anywhere from like D sharp to F sharp or G sharp. So the golden range, really, especially if you want to make a club hit, something that hits hard on those PA speakers, on those sub boxes, you're looking at stuff around F sharp, G sharp. Again, the highest would be something like A sharp. And I do have tracks fluctuating between the two. So for me personally, D sharp has been my lowest and A sharp has been my highest. But that's just me. Now, with the question that the guy asked regarding going up and down, with tracks like, with genres like future house and bouncy house music, you have a lot of bounciness. You have it going up and down octaves. But you definitely want to make sure you have a minimum range. What's your lowest low? And so for me, in King K Rool, D sharp is my lowest. If we go to this track, Unstoppable, D sharp. The Migos track, again, is also D sharp. This song, Check It Out, I think it's D sharp. It might be E. Light It Up. So Light It Up, guys, if you listen to this track, Light It Up, it's a solid track. It's got a heavy hitting bass. So listen to this bass. It's just in F sharp, or sorry, F.
Light it up.
That F note again is really great, and there is a website that you can use. I'll link it in the video description, where it shows you the frequencies that correspond to the specific notes. So if it's like C sharp, it would be 30 hertz or 35 hertz. When I'm mastering songs, I want to make sure that there's usually not content below the 20-30 hertz. Not to say there shouldn't be. Obviously, you'll have that low end rumble and content there. Like if we play Light It Up again. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be content, you know, below there, but the hearing range, the audible hearing range starts to fall off after that 20 hertz. I would definitely keep that in mind. D sharp should be your lowest, A sharp should be your highest, and of course you can travel up and down. I'll show you one of the trap songs I'm working on to actually demonstrate that. So this is the Qui-Gon Jinn trap song that I'm working on. I actually recorded the vocals with my brother last night. It was hilarious. We recorded hilarious, funny stuff. And all that's left now for me in this track is just to finish processing the vocals, because the vocals are dry still. I was just arranging them. So let's show you the 808 only. Let's just show you the 808. Let's show you what the 808 is doing. On the 808, I just have an EQ, some exciting, some saturation, like so basic, you know. And I'm gonna make a video on Soundgodizer and why you're gonna want to be using Soundgodizer, because it's like a secret sauce. There's a very good reason why Jay Hardway uses Soundgodizer. So let's show you that 808. So here I'm doing A sharp, I'm doing G sharp, and I do travel up. So even though I told you guys, yeah, you should use like A sharp as your highest, it's not to say that your 808 can't travel up and down, but just make sure you come back to your normalization. You come back to the root note that you decide. So it might be incorrect theory-wise for me to say that this song is like A sharp minor, but everything kind of worked out. So I'm going to demonstrate to you guys. Let's play back the 808. So you can see that part there was like ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. It went up one octave. It also went up an octave as it was sliding. And that's totally fine, because what it was doing there was it was playing this note, which clearly it's not in the ideal sub range, but by moving up and down, it adds some groove, it adds some bounciness. And generally speaking, for me, so the comment that I saw, it also mentioned like theory, you know, what should we do in regards to theory? I would say first, focus on individual components. When I wrote this song, I was focusing on the 808, but I was moving the 808 up and down, you know. Did it make sense on F? And I would kind of slide it up and down. I was like, hey, do I like it here? Do I like it there? For me, I liked it on A sharp because the melody I was making made sense. So now I'll play back the 808 and also the choir that I have, so you guys can see here. We'll just play everything together. So if we take a look, again, my lowest note for the choir, this is the choir. So I hope you guys can learn something from that. How I approach each project is different, but when it comes to EDM, I don't generally go like, I don't go lower than the note I already have. It's hard to explain in each situation because there isn't a absolute correct answer. But generally speaking, when you're writing and you want to choose a sub bass and a root note, your root note should be audible. And the reason why I advise against going below D is because it's not audible to clubs and PA speakers, you know, radio playback. A lot of those tend to favor D sharp and higher, or D and higher. So another way of, as I said, just look at some of the artists that you look up to. If you guys enjoy my work, then listen to some of my trap songs. Awaken, Phoenix, Omen.
Freedom awaits my escape. Break off these chains. Hop on the race, then I'm switching some lanes. Hop on the ship, then I'm out for a mish. Got my speed to the sun, now I'm passing Usain. Smack my chest, raise the gate, I'm fighting to my final breath. Place your bets, see them demons creeping on my every step. Use my tongue to end them like I blade upon their neck. They be lying while they hiding, but I see them from my crest. Yes, no, I be out session.
You can get an idea and you can reference the 808 and what I'm doing there in terms of the note. It's very audible and easy to track. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about, you know, bass and sub bass, and in regards to that, again, I'm going to link in the video description the chart that I'm talking about that you can use to reference the frequencies. But keep in mind, if it's not audible, then something's going wrong. Keep in mind, your ears are your best asset. So if it sounds good, it should probably be good. So nonetheless, I'm excited to get you guys this Qui-Gon Jinn song. I'm not going to tease the vocals yet because it's you know, it's exquisite, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, drop a like if you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be going shopping for some produce and some ghost peppers. There's going to be a video coming about ghost peppers. It's going to be my first time trying them. Gonna hit up the gym today. So drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Stay subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep making them gains.